just throwing stuff out, whatever he can. And if you bite at anything that he throws out there, you know what I mean? If you swallow it, he gonna pull you in. He use big bait, little bait, ugly bait, pretty bait. He just started throwing stuff out there. If you bite at any of it, you're in trouble. Okay, so like we say, we're very fortunate. But this is a trained type fortune. Yeah, we trained ourselves to be fortunate. So we anticipated that we would be here, right where we are now. We anticipated it long. You could tell all the time. Okay. So we anticipated. So if we're going to be here, we had one thing we wanted to reach, and that give us a sign for the future. We wanted to reach 75. We didn't want to reach 75 because we was all right then, no matter how long we're here. But I said if we hit 75, then that may be a sign that we're going to get to 100, and that'll give us time to do what we want to do. And that's the way we feel about it. So we don't have a 2-week plan. We had a 25-year plan, right? We had a 25-year plan. And if we don't move from the spot we're in, if we don't go up nowhere, we stay right where we are. Just because Boss Man is up here, where's Boss Man going? What is his direction? He's going down. We could almost just wait on him. We could almost just, get a toothpick out and we could run, Boss Man, that fool, he tried to run the clock out on us. That's what he was doing. He's going to run the clock out. We harass them for so much time. They got their paperwork. They can only last so long. They'll get despondent. They'll get ugly. They'll get crazy. They'll get mistrustful. They won't trust nobody, so they can't do nothing because they won't. And he got the clock running. Well, how long they last? Let's see. Shoot, the longest one lasts 6 years. The longest one we got on our record, they last 6 years before they became despondent. Some developed terminal illnesses, psychological, you know what I mean? They got all that stuff, what they did to all the brothers. Said, this nigga ain't gonna last no more than, and then they kept going on and on. Well, he lasted 10 years, that's out of the question. Now it's 15 years, and we steady rolling. You see what I mean? Boss Man tricked himself because he didn't realize what we said we meant is protracted, long range, right? It ain't no 2-week struggle. It's not an instantaneous struggle. We're not opportunists. That's why we don't have to run down there and grab all the white kids and say, let's get going, right? Because a protracted struggle, right? Opportunists would do that. That's what opportunists would do. Tell the truth. Boy, it's hilarious to watch the cast of characters. Every time something happens, here they come. You know the cast of characters. Some niggas, and they give them same old speeches. It's made in Hollywood, and all of them actors. And they know they actors, you see what I mean? Ain't nobody like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know who they is, I don't know who. And, what's the name the other night, the old guy with the scarf? Boy, he gave a talk, said, and the old guy on CNN was crying. And then the other lady, Brooke something or other, I don't know what her name was, a white lady on CNN. She was crying. You know about how they doing niggas. And I started to swear off TV after Nancy Pelosi came up with a kente cloth on and took a knee. I said, that's it. Everybody's at the party, the dumb party. Reverend so-and-so is there. Oh, even Message Jesse was back there in the background. I said, an old bald-headed Negro lawyer, they ought to get rid of him. You know what I mean, right? The cast of characters. I said, man, wait, tell the truth. It's a movie, and they all on the same, you know, what part you playing? Same part I played last time, man. I like that part. All of them. It's hilarious. They didn't think that we would last this long. Not only last this long, but be full of energy and optimistic. Remember when I was in the hospital, they knocked me in the head, what did I say? The only word I said, optimism. So, optimism. I couldn't say nothing else. Can you imagine? Your brain is not even functioning where you can't figure out but 2 words. You done forgot all your prayers because you can't remember. I can't pray. Hell, I don't remember no prayer. Bismillah, I don't. Can you imagine? I don't even remember none of it. Right? And everybody can see that. Okay. They didn't think nobody would go through all of that. You know, they didn't think nobody, they don't have it on the record. Study the black nationalist records and they don't have nobody. Martin Luther King got sad. All they did is throw a couple of rocks at him, and the Negroes, his friends, left him. You're going to have to do this boss man mad at you, right? Talking about the war in Vietnam, the Negroes. And they just backed away from it, and he was sad. He was despondent. And when them white folks in Chicago started throwing stuff at him, he was so sad. He said, these is northern, that's what he meant. These are northern white folks, and they make them southern white folks look like, hey, I like them, you know, right? Hey, that ain't nothing. I'm not saying it ain't nothing, but it wouldn't be nothing for now. You see what I mean? In order to get where we are, that has to be just part of your breakfast, Cheerios, stuff like that. Anyway, let me move toward a close. Like I say, I'm not going to say some of the stuff, but you have to remember, everything that happens, you got to remember, just 2-3 days ago, my nephew was calling every 10 minutes. We gotta have. And he don't call no more. Why he don't call? You just think about it. What, he got called out of town and he couldn't call me in a hurry, said, Uncle, I ain't gonna need you for another 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I'm on a hot, right? So I don't have to sit here and try to figure out what happened. Especially when you anticipated it. Yeah, you anticipate all that stuff. Let's see what else we got. Strategic alliance. Panic by the numbers. Panic by the numbers. Okay. 2 teams. I'll mention that a little bit. The 2 teams are like, they used to call them neocons, those type of people. That's one team. The other team is let's call it the Obama team, right? No, it's okay, because this is what those teams, this is what's playing out now. They're 2 oppressors. They just have a different view of how we're going to oppress the people. The one team that's causing everything right now is the old-time, what do we just call it, neocon team. Netanyahu, Saudi Arabia was there. Remember how Saudi Arabia was in love with the Bush family and all that? That's the same bunch. Okay, that's them. Then you got the Pelosi now. I call them Pelosi Obama now. They're all they're not even hypocrites. How about we call them Munafiqrats or something, the Democrats? Yeah, we figured out that name last month, I think. Munafiqrats. Yeah, we'll call them Munafiqrats. They're Munafiqrats. This is ridiculous. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. If you think I'm mad at them, you got the wrong. I am not. I am just, when I want to laugh, I look at them. They look, it's unbelievable. Here's Miss Pelosi, she from San Francisco too, doggone neighbor of mine. Right? Doggone neighbor got her kente cloth on. I said, man, and all the Negroes is with her. You know, all the Negroes is with her. So anyway, let's see. The other thing that kind of messed this period up for them is the Chrono Virus. That threw a lot of the stuff off. That caused a divergence in what's going on right now. And I'll just mention a little bit of that and then I'll close. The coronavirus destabilized what's going on right now. You know. Now remember, January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, we're going to leave here by the 4th or the 5th. Remember, we bought that little white car from the guy. We was getting ready to go in, back to California. Then, Qasem Soleimani was martyred. Okay, that's right up our alley. And everything we've been waiting for, so that's it. That's why they've been going to, and that's how it played out. Millions of people came. Everything he wanted to do, it happened because they martyred him. It didn't have nothing, right? All the unity and harmony and everything. He might have been at the end of his rope anyway. He was now well known. He couldn't have done much more, right? Yeah, and Allah sent him home at the high point of his career. Same thing with Brother Muhammad. Okay, then right after that, what was something, coronavirus, there's a couple of things happened, but the coronavirus, this threw off everything that they was, for instance,
retaliation, after that,
the retaliation you mean from Iran?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, when Iran hit yeah. But see, you got to look at it like this. What happened with Soleimani and what happened with coronavirus threw off their timetable a lot. They're already making mistakes with China. Big mistakes. They done already made them, technically. They done made the mistakes with Iran. We're going to go to war. And nobody, the Japanese said, man, we ain't going to get with y'all. We know, and no phony evidence they would always present. Hey, man, nobody told the United States, hey, we don't believe that stuff. But some of them almost said that. We don't believe it. Until, can you imagine the Congress came out with a thing that you can't go to war with Iran without our permission? Right? And I think they'd have thrown it out the window, but so what? Look how big a deal that is, because they know it's a bunch of jive. Okay, so we couldn't go back right in the middle of all of that. And then the coronavirus stopped everyone in their tracks. In everything it highlighted, because remember they were saying, we want to see how this president handles, you know, da-da-da-da-da. Everything come his way, he blew it. He blew it. He blew assassinating the man, and the man is going there to make peace. Right? He's going there to make peace, and he assassinated. okay, or to discuss, or to mediate the peace process, because they got a thing going. They asking you coming over and mediate for us, because you're good at that. Okay, they martyred him. Then this Chrono Virus is special and unique. However it happened, whether it was planned, it don't make no difference. It have the effect of changing the whole environmental circumstance. And it's a further manifestation of defects. That means whatever defects was in what they was doing, and it was already manifested. But this super manifested the defects. And Don can't help it because he want to be popular, and he jumped on the TV every day. And all of a sudden, the thing started going, his popularity started going down, and he kept talking, and the people are saying, boss man, you just got to be quiet. And the people, that's what they're saying on TV. They're saying that the man got it. And he's arguing with everybody. Yeah, now they're in it together, but the press is in it with the other boys, not them. The so-called liberal press, which they ain't liberal for niggas. They liberal for them. The press is part of the other crew, right? So they got the one crew that steal elections and do all of what they want to do. And then they got the other crew. No, we should have freer elections and stuff like that. Okay, they on one team, but the coronavirus, unbelievable. The country comes to a stop. You see what I mean? This comes to a stop. And then all the things that you have to do with that, and that boy gets on TV and keep rolling, and he say one thing, and old Dr. Gucci, whatever his name is, come up and say something else. Now they can't. They asked, the white folks asked the other day, where are they at? Are they in the witness protection program? That's what the white folks, the news. They asked Dr. Gucci and the white lady with the scarf, are they in a witness protection program? In other words, can they come out? You notice you ain't seen them much. They get to slip out every now and then, but they're not. So it's not only that. It's that the white folks tell them, well, you can't come out and laugh and talk, or your stuff gonna go up. Y'all done watch this thing going up. It's just going up. It's going up, 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 up. And now he gonna have a meeting down there in Oklahoma. Okay, fine. Yesterday, none of the white folks was with him had on masks. They stopped where we no more, okay. So that's okay. Allah may send them all to Boot Hill with coronavirus, okay? It's okay. But I'm saying is, everybody's looking at that. Now, they don't have no credibility. We have credibility. We have an opportunity to really, when we talk about make America the good, we have a chance. It's right here in front of everybody. That's all we want to do. We don't want to do nothing else. America the good. Why? Because Allah done presented us, like, you think about it. Look at what Allah done presented us with. Right? That's like a gift from Allah. If you sit there and plan, well, I believe this is going to happen, I believe that's going to happen. And guess what? Bam, 9 out of 10. That's not bad. That's not bad. So, and then the attitude of the people. This is an optimistic period. If we can organize ourselves the right way, we can make a good contribution. Starting last week, starting last month. In other words, from now on, we're not waiting for anything. We never have been waiting for anything. We've always been doing what we could with our resources. But just like what we did with Iran, we put heat on them so they would evolve and be ready for this stuff that happens. Same thing we have to do for ourselves. I mean, we're doing what we can, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough right now. We just have to do better. Or we want to do better. I mean, we're not on a time clock or anything like that. But you have to admit that the world then shifted to right where it's an opening for us. And a good opening. It's not a mean opening, or, you know. No matter the white folks is playing or not, they're still out there. And if half of the people, half of the Negroes, half of the Latinos, half of the people out there with the signs, I'm black too, that's what the Latinos, you're right, hey, this is an opportunity, this is good. The harm is not all the people dying, you know, Chrono Virus and all that. And before it's all over, they're going to be blaming all the Chrono Virus on the Americans, the system. Because Trump is the one telling everybody to go out and have a good time, party. Right? Yeah. Can you imagine? And the numbers are going up right in front of them, just like they said. From 2 weeks from when they started doing it, you know where they had the red states, and the red states went up from 5 to 50,000, something like that. And the orange states went up so much, right? You see it on TV, the map. You look at California and all that. The only reason they're not in worse shape is because New York has declined. Remember, the New York was really driving it. But all the other states, besides New York, man, they're going up. And the fool keep telling, no, we're going to get the economy. And that's good because they'll show that the man want to get elected so bad that he'll kill everybody in the country as long as he can get elected. And then that talk about if I don't get elected, I may not turn over the presidency. That's wonderful. Yes, he said that's, well, they said he said it. I didn't hear that part. But that's what the news.
Well, I can believe it. He acts like a dictator.
Have you been hearing some statements like that? Yeah, that if he's not elected, his people may not. Well, the generals have commented on it.
Right.
They said